All right, welcome back to part two of episode 44. This is Cressida. She's my tank. She has radiation armor, fire melee, and pyre mastery. As I mentioned in the build video, she is built for damage. She is built for high damage resistance survivability. She could easily farm fire farms, smash lethal farms, energy farms. I mean, she has a ton of different resistances and just the ability to lay down some smack. All right, let's go ahead and see. This is level 52 times 6. Let's just get to it because these guys are looking at me funny. There you go. Lickety split, right? The one power you saw me explode with was ground zero. Let me get frenzy mutagen out of the way. So ground zero, then with the so you saw that bunch of damage, minus defense, and if I had allies, they would have got some hit points and such. Particle shielding, I can also click that. That's my absorb, and then there's radiation therapy. There's my heal. These guys can do damage. I think just by I think did I put the damage slotting in? Particle shielding does not have damage in it. I don't think you can put damage in it, but beta decay, I can. Radiation therapy, I did. So I've got that. Ground zero has damage. All right. So anyway, my toggles have damage, and my heal can do damage. I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. So for instance, I come in here, boom, boom again. Galaxy up here. I'm not a huge fan of fire melee. Just I hate like incinerate or scorch. Incinerate's not too bad, but combustion is terrible. This calisthenics you do, like it's so slow. The animations. I really wish that could be. Just give me all swords. You know, I'm good with just all swords. I mean, I just melted those guys. The range on fire breath sucks. I love the power though. So I mean, I'm gonna take damage, but my regen, my healing, and all the other powers I have are just gonna make it irrelevant. Now I can get in trouble. Yeah, I can get overwhelmed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to actually bring more than I probably should. But I'll just show you what you can do. But you're able to put out so much damage yourself that even though you're taking a beating, you can just clear them off of you within a few seconds. guys to come closer. That's the nature of a damage resistance build, is you are going to take hits. They just don't hurt as much as they should. And then if you have some healing, regeneration to protect you or recover quickly, doesn't matter. There's the Archon. That's such a devastating power. Ground Zero. So I get almost 1,000 temporary hit points with, what is that power again? Particle shielding. So the range of that, it's so short, it's hard to really leverage it as a ranged attack, your Breath of Fire. I don't even have Tough on yet. Maybe that's why I was taking as many hits or as much damage as I was. All right, one more group. Ground Zero. My heal is an attack. And done. Yeah, so I'll use the heal as an attack. You know, why not? Its recharge is pretty good on it. And if I get, you know, low health, whatever, I still have particle shielding. I still have greens that I can click, you know. Obviously, if I know I'm about to dive into some AV battle, I might save it. But it's also really only good in large packs. You know, the amount of hit points I think you get back is proportional to the number of targets that you're hitting with it. So trying to just save it, you know, on that 1v1 against some AV, it's just, you know, you're wasting time anyway. You're not going to get a whole bunch back for it. All right, let's get another one of these missions queued up. I'm going to go ahead and change my notoriety. Bosses are on. Team size and bump it to 8. I'm going to go to +3. So this will show, I just did +2s times 6. So more targets, higher levels. I'll run into some 54s in here as well. So I should be able to solo this with no problems. I mean, pretty much every character I have showcased, and it's not bragging or whatever, I haven't had a problem with, you know, 53s. 52s for sure is not a problem. Only ones I really had any difficulty was some deaths. I think were my corruptors. If I remember, I have to go back and look at the videos. But those are the only ones that I had sort of routine issues. But you should be able to build and solo 52, 53, up to 54, no problem. Get my bearings here. There they are. I want to get right into melee. Don't want to fart around. Hit them with everything. See how slow the animation activation is on combustion. Get it in this guy's face. Yeah, that animation is really slow. And I'll use my single target hold as a damage attack because I've got it procced pretty heavily. So it's a single target range attack. It's pretty solid. I got guys down below. Don't need to worry about to the right. This room always catches, you know, players. They'll come in here, maybe look this way, and then there's guys down there. Or somebody noobs and just jumps over the ridge or over the rail here and gets worked before the party knows what the hell's going on. Boom. Got me some more Emps. Let's see what level this character is. Vet 21. There we go. So yeah, I've got tier 3 and everything. I might even have a tier 4. I haven't double checked. Usually my first tier 4 is the alpha. Although that depends. But usually that's the one I'll go for. Because that's the one that's going to give you the most bang for your buck and all the different content. Typically the last thing I tier anything is lore, because I don't find the pets very useful, to be honest. A lot of times they're more trouble than they're worth. They don't last very long in a 54 fight. I think it's more useful if you have a buff set, because you can at least keep them alive. With your Breath of Fire, if you can get 2 guys with it, do it. So that's about your typical max anyway. I like leading with melt armor. I mean, you don't have, as far as openers, you don't have a lot of choice other than offensive. I mean, you do have the debuffs, but they're mostly offensive debuffs, shredding defenses. Good thing with having taunt with Gauntlet is, even though I'm using fire damage over time, which normally would send a wolf running for the hills, they stay near me. You can see those heal procs are firing. The ones I have slotted in, what is that power again? Hold that up on the screen here for you. Gamma boost, right? I've got the Panacea and the power transfer procs firing in there. Stamina's firing plus endurance. What do we got? Let's do this. Let's get in here to nuke. start unloading the big boom booms. There we go, more damage. Okay, it seems like your heal actually targets dead bodies, if I saw that correctly, which is interesting. So if that's true, you'll want to use it not immediately, but once you've laid down some smack. Pay attention again with the next one. See when it fires. So if you use it first and everybody's alive, you're only going to get the initial heal. If I saw that correctly. I mean, I'll use Breath of Fire even on a single target because you have the Annihilation chance for resistance debuff. Alright, let me do the heal. Alright, I got a bunch of heals. I think it's from the dead bodies. Out of there. Alright, I'm going to test the heal again once that... Alright, so I've got one single target. Alright. I'm not sure if that got residual or what. See what it says. Each nearby foe will increase the health and endurance. Affected foes will have their regeneration. So I don't know if it's keying off of dead. It might key off of dead or alive, just because when they changed the anchor rules, you can target dead bodies now. So maybe that applies to the heal for radiation therapy. I don't know. What I'll do is I'll try it again with everybody alive. Okay. So you don't need dead bodies. Death by heal. That's why I put the damage procs in that. Alright, there you go. 2 down. That was it for the solo runs. So, hopefully you can see that's what I was talking about. A very high damage build. Your survivability is really good. Yeah, I think you definitely are susceptible to, the buffery. If you get your... Let's say you fight some longbow and they're throwing those sonic grenades and your resistance gets shredded, you're going to take some heavy, heavy damage. You have, of course, healing and absorb that you can recover, but, that's... I don't think either of those two does anything with regeneration. Yeah, minus regen on your radiation therapy. Particle shielding does give you plus regen, so that might be something to think about. So if you're taking a big beating, that plus regen might help you. All right, gonna wrap the video with that. Gonna see about getting some team action going, and then we'll showcase how she does on teams. All right, we'll be back with part 3 of Cressida.